Good morning, everybody. Got my poetic justices in. They're a little smaller than poetic justices, but I did this myself. I installed these because I'm about to engage in some water activities this week with the chillins, and I didn't want to feel like doing hair and managing hair and combing it out and all that stuff. So, this took less than 2 hours because I stopped to eat. So I want to say about an hour and a half. Big chunkies. The parting in the back is abysmal because I didn't use a mirror because I'm just throwing these in there. These will be in a week, 2 weeks tops. But I splurged because I'm a rich bitch, and I've bought pre-stretched, pre-sectioned hair. And if you don't know about that, that is time saving. And I got it on Amazon because I refuse to go in stores anymore. I could have went to the local beauty supply. I just don't feel like it. It's just, I'd rather pay for the convenience at this point. But I think I got a good deal because when I go to the beauty supply and I get a pack of hair, it's been a long time since I went, but it was about $2.50 a pack, right? And something like this would take 4 packs. Um, but anyway, the hair I bought had 3 sections in a pack, sectioned off. 3 bundles, that's the right word. 3 bundles sectioned off. I got 5 for $30, 5 packs. So 15 sectioned off bundles. And for this, I only used a pack and a bundle. That's it. So 4 bundles. I got 4 packs of hair left. No, 4 packs of hair left and with 2 bundles. Anyway, it was really good. It was really worth it. So it comes out to like 5 and some change, 6 and some change. No, 5. Or was it $36? Anyway, let's give it $36. I'm breathing like this and talking like this because the sins of Eve have come upon me, and I am in a tremendous amount of achy pain. That is the downfall to this here weight loss is a healthy and active menstrual cycle. It's literally taking my breath away, the pain. Anywho, I want to talk about masculine women, as I have been called. And I was doing some self-reflection because I say some salacious things when it comes to, and I don't even think it's salacious because I watch other content creators and they really, really, really say salacious things. I just say things speaking as a big, fat, juicy feminist, black feminist. I just speak on it, and I'm just gonna preface with this. If I could choose sexuality, being the type of woman that I am, I would not choose men. I wouldn't. I dabbled in the lady pond. It just wasn't for me. I'm all about the you can't knock it if you don't try it. It just wasn't for me. I am a man lover. That is my most toxic trait, is that I'm straight. The amount of success and stress-free life I would have if I was a big fat juicy lesbian would just be wonderful. Like having a wife with these twins that I have would be astronomical. Case in point, what happened just this morning. Today is garbage day. And it's one of the long garbage days because garbage day is Tuesday and Thursday, which means garbage that comes out on Tuesday has been soiling and marinating in my garage for 4 days. The Thursday garbage is always light. I mean, yeah, always light. Always light. It's only a few days. But that post weekend garbage is crazy. I go tell my darling husband, take out the, remind him to take the trash out to the curb that's in the garage. He goes, okay. Now, I am a consumer. We consume a lot. We make a lot of garbage, unfortunately. There's garbage cans all over my house. 2 in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, 1 in the bedroom, 1 in the bathroom. And I believe there's 1 in the playroom. Actually, I got a garbage in every bathroom in my house, but they're not changed that much because we primarily only use 1 bathroom. Oh, 1 in the 2 in the basement. But anyway, I digress. I go, did you take out the garbage? He says, yes. I go, did you change the upstairs garbage? He goes, no. With an attitude, rolls his eyes, change the garbage. I'm getting ready to leave for work. And I like to keep my blinds open and look outside. I don't know. I think it's a black trait. Even at night, I go look out the door before I lock up the house. I don't know why. But anyway, I look outside and there's only 1 garbage can out there. So I call him and I go, your half-assedness amazes me. And he go, what? I go, how many garbage bins are out there? He's like, I don't know. I changed all the garbages upstairs. I go, how many bins are out there? 1. What happened to the other one? We have 2, by the way. We have 2. I didn't see no bag in it. I said, really? You didn't see no bag in that other garbage? Did you lift up the lid? I mean, no, I didn't lift up the lid. I just didn't see no bag. And let me translate that to women who are logical and don't understand what that means, because I speak big dumb jock, and that's what it is. Meaning he didn't see the black garbage bag draped over the edges with the lid closed. So because he didn't see that, he didn't check and open the garbage can. Now, mind you, I opened the garbage can the other day and saw that there was a bag in there full and tied closed, which I didn't tie, which means he did it, which means he should have a memory of tying that garbage and sealing it off, therefore making us use the other bin, because on Thursdays, we only have 1 bin because we're not accumulating that much garbage in 2 days. But that garbage post weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that is damn near 2 bins and a black bag out in the front. It's a lot. There's 4 of us. I buy everything individualized and spends a lot of money for convenience. We make a lot of garbage and definitely make a lot of recycling because I get packages every day. So, and my kids drink Pediasure, that's a plastic bottle, which I thoroughly rinse out to ensure that it will be recycled, because those bottles are very recyclable if you wash them out. So I do my part as much as I can. If I'm going to increase my carbon footprint, I'm going to try to do what I do to mitigate it and shrink it. So he goes, no, I didn't see a bag, so I didn't open the lid. I said, Eli, you tied up the garbage. It was closed off, meaning it was full. You did that. And he was like, oh. That's what I'm talking about. A wife would never. If I had a wife, I don't have to talk to her 3-4 times. She would know, logically speaking. We've been there almost 2 years, people. Now, I would give him a pass if he was new to this house life with me, because before the actual house, we were living in an apartment, and when the garbage was full, we walked it down the hall and put it down the chute. We didn't have to hold our garbage or anything. We put it down the chute, and it was set it and forget it, and it was the maintenance and the custodian people's job to take out the trash on the appropriate day. So I could totally understand if we were new. 2 years. In 2 months, we would have been there 2 years. A wife would never. A wife would be like me. So that is my toxic trait. To be held bound by my heterosexuality and have to choose men because I don't like women sexually. or even to be in a relationship with, because I'm straight. Now I can understand what people saying, like, I don't choose homosexuality, this is me. And a lot of them who were chastising of the older generation when it was downright deadly to be homosexual still had to live in their truth because they know no other way. Now back to me being a masculine woman. I call that a lot. Because I engaged and I engage myself in back and forth in the comments of videos and stuff like that and social media because I like it. I like the mental sparring. I've said this in my other videos before. I like the back and forth, and I'm not out to change anybody's views. I like to hear what people have to say, even if I think their ideology is warped by their YouTube daddies like Andrew Tate and rest in your ignorance, Kevin Samuels. So even though they're influenced by their YouTube daddies, I like to hear what's out there. You gotta understand the other side to understand your side. You cannot, and I say this about religion as well. If you blindly follow religion, that is a problem. Not because you follow religion, because you blindly follow it. Do your research. And when I say do your research and understand and make sure that is and make sure that is the correct religion for your lifestyle. Christianity is not a one size fit all religion for everybody. It's just not. And that is how I came to the conclusion that atheism is definitely more in line with my views, my values, my understanding, my objection, Jesus, objectivist views and stuff like that. So anyway, so I got into a back and forth with somebody, and like I said, I don't like contentious arguments and disagreements. And when the man that I was going back and forth with was challenged on his views and his beliefs by me, respectfully, of course, he goes to, well, do you got a man? And I said, oh, when he went to the, are you married? Do you got a man? When he went to that, I realized the argument was done. The discussion was done, because he was going in the realm of attacking me and to call me a bitter single black woman with baby daddy. I knew that's where he was going. And I was like, yes, I've been married for almost a decade. My children were birthed in wedlock. I follow the most traditional line of a life that you could have in this country that is deemed respectable. By chance, by the way. It's not like I had to hold these values to be truth and self-evident, and I am not having a child out of wedlock and you finna marry me first. No. Quiet as a skip. I was trying to make a baby right away. I didn't give a fuck about no marriage. I knew my biological clock was ticking and I needed these eggs scrambled and fertilized. I didn't give a fuck about no marriage. And truth be told, I got married for love and a waiver for health insurance of $3,000. Dollhouse. Okay? Marriage is a tax situation for me. Before I had children, single, no kids, unmarried, I was taxed to death. And so was my husband. Okay? 1 year, I think our tax was like 29%, making $17 an hour. We were taxed to hell. We need to get married, sir. We got married, still no kids. Our tax was like 1.9%. All right? So me following this path of what is deemed respectable and traditional is by chance, not to try to put on airs and put a mask up for people. I don't give a fuck. And now actually, well, before I started making this income, being unmarried with the kids would qualify me for more benefits. That's why my coworker and his baby mama girlfriend who've been together damn near 30 years. That's why they not getting married. With their 3 kids and just her, they living. So anyway, so when I said that, and he was like, "Oh, you liar, you lie," and I was like, "Go to my page." Like, we have a mutual friend, so you could go to my page if you don't believe me. Like, pictures have been up since 2011 of me and my man, same man. I'm not I'm not changing my whole page because me and you got into a back and forth and you don't believe I'm married. Go ahead. So I knew the argument was over, and I was very, very not. I call it an argument. It was not. It started to get contentious when he started to criticize me about my looks and because I lost 100 pounds, but I'm still big and fat. So when he started doing that, I knew it was over, and I knew he was not living in his truth. And blaming masculine women, blaming black women was his emotional security blanket to justify him being single, unmarried, and childless at 40. And then I realized, okay, here is another man not taking accountability and blaming women for why he does not have the life that he demonizes. Because if you ask them and you see their comments, or if they have a YouTube channel, it's, why would I have a wife? Women want Birkin bags and going out to eat 3 times a day, and it's cheaper for me to spend $250 and get my rocks off and hire a maid and hire a chef than to have a wife. It's those men. Like, that's the majority of women. It is not. It is not. That is a small, minuscule fraction of women in the city girls era, the city girl vibe that you're seeing. But no, like, the majority of women who are marriage material, birth your children material, we have 4-year degrees, advanced degrees. We have government jobs or office jobs. We're me. They're me. Like, they're where I would be if I didn't have a man or children. Like, I would just continue to live my life, further my career, buy a house, whatever. That is the majority of women, white or black. We're not out here being city girls. You're missing out on a wife. She's right there. She's right there. But you know what? She's not a 10. She's not a 10. She got about 50 extra pounds on her. She's black. She's independent. She's what you might be considered boisterous, if that. She's not going to let you walk all over her. She's not going to do that. But she's there. That's not what you want. You want a doormat maid, bed maiden, and you want that because you don't want to be challenged or questioned. Because if you are, then we will see your weakness and your we'll see your vulnerability. Is that speech impediment coming through, y'all? We'll see that. We'll realize you're not that smart. And we'll realize that you're actually not qualified to lead the household and the family. That's why you don't want to be questioned. My husband consistently says, why do you act? Why are you asking a question? Just do it. Nigga. We was watching the Bird Box or whatever, where you had to be silent. No, Bird Box was seen. There was a movie where you couldn't make any noise, right? You couldn't make any noise. They had a deaf daughter, and the son was playing with a little toy and made noise, and the creature shot him. And then she was pregnant again, and she had to give birth in silence and put the baby in a box with oxygen. And what's that movie? That movie. But anyway, we was watching that movie, and my husband says, if that was you, you would have been dead because you would have questioned what was going on. He says that all the time. If there was a zombie apocalypse, you would have been dead Because I tell you to run and you'd be like, why? And I go, probably because I'm not a blind follower. I question things. If it logically does not make sense to me, I'm going to question it. Now, do I question everything he does? No, because everything is not illogical to me. But sometimes, you telling me to make three lefts instead of a right, I'm going to ask why. Why, sir? I could just make this right here. Why I got to make three lefts to go around the block just to go here? That's me. I'm not a blind follower. And I don't mind being questioned either. But so anyway, I was talking about I was having a discussion about masculine women and why I choose to be a masculine woman. And I had to do some self-reflection and introspection. And I came up with the fact that I am the way I am because I have to. And I looked back and looked in on my life and realized that I would rather a soft life. I would rather a soft life with a partner that was me, where I could just be comfortable enough to sit back and just let him take the reins and stuff. And I'm not singling out my husband, because out of the thousands of men that I've been with, because this is what this guy said, out of the thousands of men I've been with, they were all the same to me. I could not trust that they would do things that had my best interest in heart or to put me first. And I think that is because they want it. I think men are like babies. Their first thought process is self-gratification and satisfaction. And second is whatever. Where I think a woman is not. We like gratification and pleasure, but that is not our first go-to. And I'm learning to do that. My mother calls me selfish all the time, and I go, thank you. Because me being selfish had to be a learned behavior. I had to learn that. I was very giving and put myself second, third, fourth. And now I'm choosing to put myself first, and I'm being called selfish. So thank you. It means it's working. My mother calls me selfish all the time because sometimes I have to take mental breaks. Like I can't, no, I'm not doing that. If it's not life threatening, it's not urgent, and I'm asked to do something and I'm about to have a burnout, I go, no, I don't want to. And I be called selfish. I be learning the power of no, baby. I be saying no all the time. And I'm teaching my kids to say no. And when they say no to me, I don't get mad. I go, it's time to go to bed. No. And I go, okay, I acknowledge how you feel. I know you don't want to do that right now, but I didn't give you a choice. I gave you a command. You tell me no, noted. I understand. Honestly, I don't want to take a bath. I don't want to give you a bath because it's a lot of work and it's tiring. I would like to put your stinky ass to bed, just throw on the same pajamas you had on last night, and put you in bed in front of a TV with a bed full of snacks, because that would make my life easier. Getting you bathed, brushing your teeth, fighting with you not to give you more candy is exhausting. Just giving you what you want is easy. And I have this whole conversations with my kids every day. Do they still get it? No, because they're four. And I will continue to have these conversations with them because that is how I'm raising my kids. I'm not raising do as you're told. Your children are seen and not heard, because you know what? It was debilitating to me, and I'm not doing that. And a lot of these new age parents, we're not doing that either. Your feelings will be acknowledged. Your feelings will be this and da da da. So back to me being masculine, right? So I do that out of necessity, or masculine traits. I do that out of necessity, um, as a form of self care and love. Also, I'm very efficient as a person. I tend to not have to backtrack a lot in life. And I'm going to give you just a rudimentary example. Um, if I am somewhere, like let's say I'm near BJ's, right? I'm going to BJ's. BJ's is also near Family Dollar. It's also near the bank. it's also near where I get the good gas when I had to get gas, right? That is all going to get taken care of at the same time. I'm not going to go to BJ's, go back home a couple days later, and my car's on empty and I have to go back. Like, that is my life. That is what I do. I'm something about me, just it's efficiency makes my life easier, so I do that with all my life. But do I, and I'm going to be transparent, do I think there's any man out there that I will feel comfortable with backing off and presenting more feminine, docile features? No. No. And I'll close out my video with this. Put your trust in the nigga, silly hoe. How you figure?